Okay, I wanted to do this video piece just to basically show a part of this individual, basically. So here we go. I'll start at like about 24 minutes, I guess.
She does the most. This woman is trying to convince y'all to believe in her. She's trying to convince y'all the same way she convinced everybody else. The same way she convinced everybody else. See, what she not gonna tell y'all is that when she was 12 years old, her mother sold her. Because her mother was a crackhead. Her mother sold her at 12 years old. 12 years old, sold her for crack.
Yeah, and I think this is important to bring up because usually when people have psychopathic traits and possibly that type of personality defect, there's usually something traumatic that's happened to them in the past, in their history, that made them basically into the person they are today.
Straight up and down. And see, that's the type of shit you feel sympathy for, right? Until you find out.
Of course.
There is a direction in both ways. See, some people go through shit and they do the complete opposite of what they've been through. And then some people go through shit and they turn into a fucking savage. And that is Nyla Nicole Says.
I think, honestly, with her whole situation, it's not just that they turn into a savage, it's the way they view people, I think. That turns them into the person they are, basically. Think of it, if all you've known is humans to not have compassion, or humans to be in it for themselves, like her mother, in it for crack, and so forth, then you become what your role models are, basically. The only problem is your role models were affected by drugs, so that wasn't actually even their true selves. But in her perspective, that's all she probably knew, and that's all she knew how to be, basically. So, to me, I think that's more telling of how she is the chameleon type one. She probably feels like maybe a part of her died, or, all of her died for that matter when she was 12. So, that's why I tried to bring up that this is a symptom of being basically someone who is no one at the core, basically, like you are empty at the core. She's probably one of those type of people who's empty at the core, and because of, a traumatic event in her life, So to me, it's like, it says more about how she's like a chameleon and tries to take other people's personalities, how she tries to, manipulate people for her own gain. Those are things that one would do because they don't feel they can really get much from a human being, as far as compassion, love, appreciation, friendship, they don't understand those things. They don't comprehend those things because all they view humans as is something they can use, but nothing that they can actually appreciate for their actual true existence. Continue.
That is her. That is
Sorry, I was having a hard time. Sure.
her.
There.
Cause see, everybody done been through some shit. But see, Nyla went through shit and turned into a savage. She didn't look at
Come on. Having a hard time.
the situation. Like, you know what? I'ma grow.
Out in the town.
I'ma be better than this. I'm not gonna become what I've been through. I'm not gonna do none of that. No. Nyla instead went around lying to people and joined the Nature Boy community. Let's be clear here. Joined the Nature Boy community. The Nature Boy community. Because she didn't go in the opposite direction like some people do. See, most people that go through shit, they become what they went through. And Nyla is a perfect representation of that. Her mother sold her as a young child for crack. Sold her. Put her out there on a stroll. Sold her.
Yeah, and added to the fact that she has a past with prostitution, it seems like she felt or learned or thought that that was all she was good for and continued to basically put herself through that type of lifestyle as an adult. It seems like it got the better of her in her perspective of herself, which is really sad, you know. But to me, I just think, like, a lot of the time people, you know, they don't realize that a lot of monsters have a past that is even more monstrous than themselves. You have to wonder what causes and what creates the monster to begin with, you know. And a monster isn't just created with love and affection, in most cases at least. There's usually some kind of past that creates that person into being basically the cold-hearted, conniving, manipulative type of person. So I just thought that that was an interesting part to add in here. I'm going to do another video actually too on this, but that part was interesting to me. I guess to show the side of, you know, what has caused Nyla to have the certain perspective and certain type of personality defects that she has at this point. So I'm going to end this video because I have low battery. Thanks for watching, everyone. Like and subscribe. Have a great day. Bye.